thanks everybody for the outpouring of support that we received on our property announcement. It's not a farm yet, it's just a tract of land. We got 9 acres just over the Maryland border in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia for $65,000. And yeah, thanks a lot. Would you like to add anything, Jesse, now that you're awake?
No, I think you said it all. Thanks.
Well, I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the property as it is now from what I've observed. So come along. There are a few people out there who have been personally following our road to the farm, and I want to thank those people very much for their prayers and well wishes. We're here. It's going to be impossible to show you most of the details of this place. The overarching details, I suppose, the largesse of it, the borders and the shape and everything like that. There's a lot you can learn from looking at the map or from the overhead satellite images that I can't show you here on the ground just because it's so blocked with trees. But this is it, and I love it. I love being here. This feels great. Let me show you some really awesome things that I love about this place. The top of the property has a very level aspect to it. As we start to move towards the back of the property, we start to slope off at a very gentle grade. Extremely gentle, but still enough to give energy to the place, enough to use water stored at the top, gravity fed toward the bottom, to where we'll have most of the homestead, somewhere in the center of the property. I really love the trees. Up at the top here, there's a few pines that need to come out in order to make our driveway, and they're just about ready. You know, they're only needled at the top. They've got a sufficient girth, but they're very long and very straight for the most part. We have lots of oak on the property that's in the same condition. Long, straight, mature. Just dozens of beautiful oaks waiting for me to cut them down and make them into parts of our house. Thank you, Lord. There's stone that we can harvest from around the property to build walls and the foundations of structures. Am I saying that I'm going to build everything out of the stone found on this property? Nah, not at all. But it's here if I want to, it's here if I need to, and that's worth something to me. The obligatory pile of glass and junk. I'm not saying that I look forward to cleaning this up or that having it here is any kind of boon to us, but the fact that it's here just sort of gives the place a little bit of spirit. Some kind of history. Hey, who knows, maybe I could sell these on eBay for $1 a piece. It's money, that's bucks I didn't have before. $1, come on. Somebody, $1. No lid, but you could probably stop it up with a cork. $1, $2, do I hear $2? All right, $1, $1.50. Going once? $1, sold for $1 to you. There's enough fallen timber here that I could have firewood for years, just calling what's fallen and has dried and seasoned, or is standing dead. There's a lot of it. A percolation test has been performed already, and that's on record. The soil is gnarly. What is underneath the soil deep down is pretty gnarly. But it's going to be a feat building soil on this property. That's going to be one of the first things we need to start doing, is building soil, because this purple rock stuff that's under there, while it seems to be really good at growing oaks, probably isn't going to be real friendly with our root vegetables. There are a lot of information in fallen trees that have brought up the root balls. It gives you a good look at what's under the soil without having to dig into it. Termites. There's termites in there. Lots of termites. But it's the, I guess it's the old root structure that they're after. You can sort of see there's some roots there. But I like seeing things like this. It just gives me a glance, at a glance, what's under the soil, and I don't have to do too much work to see it. Stony, yes, it's stony. There are some large stones, but for the most part, very, very easy to work around. Right now I'm standing in the bottom of the belly of a valley that comes down here. This side goes up about 6 or 8 feet. There's a ridge over there, and then coming all the way back over to this side, you can see there's a ridge over there. That's the top of the ridge line. The point being that water, when it flows during heavy rain events, comes in this direction. Way down here, you see a patch of deep, dark green. That's a beautiful place to put a pond. Ferns are a wonderful indicator of the presence of moisture in the area. That's what I look for to tell. Do we have water here? Is it going to be wet enough here? Ferns are a great sign. Here we are standing on the south side of the property, looking down into that valley. I think this is a clear way to see that this ridge falls off and joins the low end there, and then it travels back up onto the other ridge over there. So all water from those surrounding areas and this are all contour lines pointing directly. The water will travel perpendicular to contour into this area here and wash downward where I plan to build a pond. And there's that familiar green area again. Other signs that nature wants me to build a pond in this very spot. This is the deep bottom of the gully. Hopefully one day this will be 12 feet underwater. Little turtle. Hey little guy. What are you doing, turning out?
Mate, had a blue with my missus, so I'm heading down a few clicks for a coldie with Bazza and the boys.
Okay.
Mate, I'm as dry as a dead dingo's donger.
What an interesting turtle.
Here's somewhat of a look at the neighbor's property, just to the north, outside of the tree line. Beautifully mowed fields, 2 ginormous ponds. Yeah, maybe I say ginormous, they're probably maybe a quarter to a half acre in size, but there's 2 of them. Now to one of the best parts of the property. After we come down this slope, it bottoms out into a beautiful pasture. This is a prime grazing area because I care to have sheep in my life, and this is just over an acre, a good bit over an acre, and it's backed on the far east side by a stream. This isn't, the Grand Canyon, the Colorado River running through here, but it is something. And I know that during storm events, it gets pretty high. I can tell by evidence on the sides of the banks that this is a storm stream, and I intend to dam it up and divert it into a pond for my livestock to drink from. For the record, I'm filming the flow of this stream in late August, probably the driest time of year we have on the East Coast in my region. You hear that trickling? That is the runoff from 2 uphill ponds that are not on our property, but that border our property very closely. So that's really nice to have some uphill stored water source on, even though it's not ours, it's uphill and it runs off into our property. This is one of the 2 uphill ponds that border our property. This one appears to be half drained or half filled with sediment, but it does have a drainage tube coming out through the dam wall that flows into our property. And this is the other uphill pond that borders our property and drains eventually down. Ow, horseflies get me. Whoa! Hey, horsefly, let me interview you. Horsefly, hang out for a sec, let me interview you. How about you like to bite people? Horsefly? Buddy. Horsefly. As I was saying. This is the other uphill dam that borders our property. It's just on the outside of our property, but it does drain. This one drains into the lower pond, and the lower pond drains into our river, or stream, or whatever they call it. See how deep it is. I'm not gonna jump in there. Well, I hope you enjoyed taking a tour of our new property, the site of Lolita's Garden in the future. Our channel was never about being backyard gardeners or beekeepers or terrible carpenters. It's always been about our journey from being 9-to-5 suburbanites to moving into full-time homesteaders. And this is the first giant step toward that. And I'm so happy to share with everyone out there. And thank you all for the positive feedback, the questions, and just your prayers and excitement for us as we move into this new stage of life. I really hope it's going to be an informative and entertaining thing to watch. This is probably more a channel about entertainment than it is learning. Although, you'll see me mess up, and I'll tell you, don't do that as often as I can. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and thanks for watching. I still don't like it, it doesn't sound. And thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and thanks for watching, and thanks for watching, and thanks for watching. That sounds stupid, because it is stupid. No one says thanks for watching and thanks for watching. That's what makes it special. You do.